This is KGW News at noon.
We cannot let this decision be the last word. I want to emphasize, we cannot let this decision be the last word. While the court can render a decision, it cannot change what America stands for.
New at noon, President Biden addressing the game-changing decision from the U.S. Supreme Court striking down affirmative action in college admissions. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brenda Braxton. This morning, the justices ruled in favor of students challenging admission policies that consider race. NBC's Bree Jackson has the details.
The 6-3 decision upends the policy that many universities and schools have used for decades to decide who to admit into the schools. This is the largest reversal for the High Court since it overturned Roe v. Wade last summer. The justices decided on two similar cases, one against Harvard University and the other against the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Both cases brought by the conservative-leaning Students for Fair Admission. The group argued that those schools' policies discriminated against white and Asian American students. The ruling means that any school using race as an admissions factor will have to stop immediately. Many will turn to other race-neutral ways to boost diversity in higher education, and it will be up to the schools to create and implement those policies. 9 states banned colleges from using race in admissions. Educators say the number of Black and Latino students enrolled in universities dropped and have never recovered. Lawyers for the student group agreed that diversity is necessary, but believe schools can come up with a better way to create it. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Now to some of your local headlines. The family of a 13-year-old hit in the head by a tire iron say that he remains in the ICU this noon, but his breathing tube has been removed. This is Jamari Woodard. Investigators say he was sitting in a moving car when somebody threw the tire iron through the window, hitting him. This happened near 122nd and Southeast Foster Saturday night. No one's been arrested, and police are not releasing much information because they don't want to compromise the investigation. The Clark County Sheriff's Office is looking for 2 people who may be connected to an apparent murder-suicide. Deputies say the 2 were in a car that dropped off James Jordan at the home of his estranged wife on Monday. Shortly after that, they say he shot her, then shot himself. Deputies spotted the car last night and tried to stop it, but they say the driver sped off. When they caught up with the car again, the people inside were gone. Deputies were able to seize the car as evidence. And Portland police are alerting the public to a concerning trend after 3 little kids overdosed on fentanyl. PPB says this happened between June 15th and the 25th, but adds none of the cases are connected. Still, they say it's unprecedented in recent memory that this many have happened in such a short period of time. 2 of the kids are 1-year-olds and the other is 3. Fentanyl can look like candy to children, especially when they're brightly colored. And those are some of your local headlines. Our conversation surrounding the dangers of fentanyl continues tonight at 5. 22-year-old Tristan Scheiss was on a family vacation in Mexico when he walked into a pharmacy and bought what he thought was Oxy. The toxicology report later showed the pill or pills Tristan had taken were fentanyl. We spoke with his mother.
Yes, he made the choice that day to walk in. Yes, and he made a stupid choice, but he did not deserve to die.
Now his family wants to raise awareness about counterfeit prescription pills from Mexican pharmacies. It turns out it's not just one pharmacy or even one city. This is a story you'll see only on KGW News at 5 tonight. We hope you'll join us. This noon, holiday travel also making headlines. Whether you're driving or flying somewhere for the 4th of July, getting there is getting crowded. Not bad, though, at the moment. We have a live look on the left side of your screen from the ODOT camera at I-84 and 82nd Avenue. AAA telling us today will be the busiest day on the road. And then tomorrow is crunch time if you're flying. So yesterday, bad weather on the East Coast canceled 2,000 flights nationwide, but things are better today. We did check the situation at PDX not too long ago, and there were just a handful of cancellations. Unfortunately, the holiday comes with a fire weather watch in some parts of our area. Rod is here now with the details.
Yeah, getting local. We are dry out there right now, but the Weather Service has popped up. We're talking about this area up here from the Dalles. The Mount Hood National Forest is included up through Pendleton and the Columbia Basin. Now, this is for Saturday, but it's one of the first weather watches we've seen so far this year, and it comes as we prepare for what's going to be an increasingly sunny, hot July 4th weekend. So it's our first heads up that fire danger will be increasing. There are heat advisories, by the way, already issued starting tomorrow. That's this area down here for Medford and areas to the south down into California. Medford's looking at a number of days around 100 to 102. Now, speaking of that hot weather, also coming up in my 7-day forecast, this is Monday. This is the migration of a hot mass of air that has been down around Texas. It's pushing up into our area on Monday, farther to the north on Tuesday, farther to the north yet on Wednesday. Temperatures could be approaching record levels on July 4th itself. Right now we're at 76. We have beautiful clear skies. This is a warmer temperature than we have been seeing at noon. I have our high at 88 degrees this afternoon. Brenda?
Rod, thank you. A victory for a homeless woman in Portland challenging the way the city sweeps homeless camps. An arbitrator found that Rapid Response BioClean was liable for dumping the woman's belongings instead of storing them for a month. Here's Blair Best with the long-term impact of this ruling.
There is a relentless grind to living on the streets in Portland.
I'm just trying to survive. They follow you around and post on you and post on you and post on you, so you're in a constant state of move.
This tired narrative defines Dave's every move.
Can't get anything done because you have to worry about moving your stuff and keeping it safe from them.
He's talking about Rapid Response BioClean, one of 2 commercial cleaning companies contracted by the city to clean and remove homeless camps throughout Portland. A historic ruling just came down in a 2020 lawsuit filed by a homeless person against Rapid Response. It found Rapid Response liable for wrongly throwing out personal property during a sweep here in the St. John's neighborhood. Rapid Response denies the claims, but owes about $400 in damages.
However, the Rapid Response employees did testify to taking everything that they removed that day to the dump.
Nate Haberman is one of the attorneys behind the case, the first of its kind in Portland.
And it sets an important precedent that under Oregon law, everybody's property is valued.
The city's campsite removal crews have cleared or removed 4,000 campsites in just the last 12 months. That's according to city data. Now, it's not clear if Rapid Response is responsible for all of those removals. But remember, this lawsuit was filed roughly 3 years ago, meaning there's been thousands of campsite removals since then. And some argue that Rapid Response has been doing this all along. Those living in this camp share that belief.
What it takes to live, they take it from you.
Following a camp cleanup, Rapid Response crews are required to store people's personal property, regardless of its condition, for 30 days, with the exception of things like weapons and drugs. After 30 days, the property is destroyed or donated.
They say they're putting it in storage, but it's never there. This last time, I didn't get any of my hygiene stuff back. I didn't get any of my first aid stuff back.
Dave called 311 twice to report it.
I doubt it's going to do any damn good. You know.
Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler's office tells KGW they're glad the lawsuit is resolved and pleased with the improvements the program has made to property storage over the last 3 years. We called Rapid Response on Wednesday. They had no comment and weren't even interested in hearing our questions.
These people who have not had a voice for so long now do have a voice and are able to bring these cases and use the legal system to protect their property.
The attorneys behind this case are prepared to take on more cases like this and believe this could be just the tip of the iceberg. Blair Best, KGW News.